What's up, everybody? After just seeing the comments about Caulifla and Kale in my last Dragon Ball Super reaction, I felt like I needed to share a little bit more of my opinions on Caulifla and Kale. And I guess kind of explain why it doesn't bother me that much that Caulifla is attaining these transformations. This is gonna be all a matter of opinion at the end of the day. At the end of this video, you might still hate them, but my hope is that maybe some people might lighten up a little bit. So before you jump on the bandwagon of,
oh my god, they're too strong, their power levels are too high,
maybe you should take the time to really consider where they came from and the differences between Universe 6 Saiyans and Universe 7 Saiyans. Let's start off with that. They're from different universes, so I guess that's a simple point, but we're gonna delve into what that really means right now. Now, obviously, we know that the Saiyans in Universe 7 and Universe 6 evolved completely differently. In Universe 6, they're from planet Sadal, or Sadala, whereas in Universe 7, they obviously lived on a completely different planet, planet Vegeta. Let's also not forget that in Universe 7, the Saiyans were enslaved by Frieza. And before they could even take off and really realize the potential, Frieza decided to eliminate them because Frieza noticed a trend. Saiyans were becoming stronger and stronger, and that's when Frieza was like, okay, gotta get rid of them all. That didn't happen in Universe 6. Again, they weren't enslaved. Yes, they're peaceful, so they may not be as violent, but they were still known as a warrior race. So being a warrior race and not being cut off by some galactic dickhead named Frieza, these Saiyans were allowed to just get stronger and stronger and stronger. But obviously, when it comes to ascending into a Super Saiyan, at least with Universe 7, something traumatic had to happen where you're just beyond rage and you hit that state. We'll get back to Goten and Trunks later. So it kind of makes sense that Universe 6 Saiyans got so powerful in their base forms, but they never broke through that ceiling of Super Saiyan due to the fact that they didn't have anything crazy going on with them obviously being in a peaceful universe. So try to think of it like this. Let's look at Goku right before he turned into a Super Saiyan, okay? Leading up to that, he had trained his base form extremely hard through 100 times gravity to reach a very strong point in his base form. But going through the trauma of seeing his best friend getting blown up, he ascended. Let's not forget, Super Saiyan is supposed to be a form of like rage. All right, now really quick, we have to talk about Goten and Trunks. Because whether you like it or not, Goten and Trunks actually kind of help Caulifla and Kale's case in terms of their ascension into Super Saiyan. Although it isn't officially stated how each of them ascended into Super Saiyan, we do know that the world was in a state of peace, and there's no way that they went through anything nearly as traumatic as their fathers, Gohan, or future Trunks. Yet still, a 7 and an 8-year-old, possibly younger when they mastered it, ascended to Super Saiyan. We could search for eternity for a reason, but the fact remains, they did not require a traumatic experience in order to ascend to Super Saiyan. So if they could do it, why can't Caulifla and Kale? I mean, could Trunks and Goten really be an example? An example of evolution? How quickly the Saiyan race can evolve in such a short amount of time throughout the generation? And if so, look how many generations have passed in Universe 6 with their Saiyans. Here's a quick real-life comparison. Look at the human race's technology 20 years ago as compared to now. Things are changing rapidly. Once you catch on to something, it's almost like a snowball effect. It gets better, faster. I guess you could say humans are a race of innovation, growth in the mind, knowledge. Saiyans, well, we're told they're a warrior race. So after some time, they're gonna get stronger, faster, and more efficiently. It took mankind years and years and years to create the first automobile. But once you've learned how to make the first automobile, you can make another one. And then you can start developing them even faster. And they become better. And over time, they become more and more efficient. So with the warrior race, with the Super Saiyan, it took forever to learn that first Super Saiyan, but once somebody learns it, over time they can pass it down and learn how to do it better and more efficiently. My friends, this is called building on the shoulders of giants. Goku continued training his base form, but eventually got to Super Saiyan. Universe 6 Saiyans continued training their base form, They never stopped because they never knew that there was a Super Saiyan. They didn't have anything to kind of trigger that. They didn't have like that on and off switch to occur. They didn't have a bald friend blown up. And let's not forget, Caulifla was initially displayed as somebody who had tremendous potential. So the way I see it is her base form was probably already just extremely powerful, but she just never learned how to go Super Saiyan because she didn't have anything happening. So basically what I'm trying to say is she probably got her base form to a point way higher than Goku was when he transformed to a Super Saiyan, but she just never had that trigger to go Super Saiyan. She never had a reason to. Although they're kind of depicted as kind of short, small, we don't know how old Caulifla is. Correct me if I'm wrong, at least. I don't think we know. So who's to say how long she's been training and growing her power? Now that she's training with Goku and actually learning how to do martial arts instead of being a straight brawler, learning how to tap into Super Saiyan. See, it's like monkey see, monkey do, literally, they're Saiyans. She seems to be eventually reaching the point where she's actually maximized where her potential is at. In Kale, I mean, literally, she's just like a special case. I don't think I need to go too in depth with her. I think most people are just annoyed by her personality, but that's just their opinion. So yes, being from two different universes is a big deal, okay? Because not only are they in different locations, they have a completely different history. We haven't seen all the experiences that these Saiyans have gone through. All of their base forms might be extremely powerful. Who's to say that their base forms aren't as strong as Goku when he first went Super Saiyan against Frieza? Like, they're completely different universes. They deal with completely different things over the chain of millions and millions of years. Have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? I know that's for different timelines normally, but what the butterfly effect essentially is, in a very simple manner, butterfly dies in one timeline, it greatly affects that timeline and how things go about. At least that's what people say. The reason I bring that up is that's a small thing. That's a butterfly in a different timeline, okay? Now let's imagine one entire planet of Saiyans gets enslaved and then eventually killed off, and then another entire planet of Saiyans gets to roam free. They fight evil. They're still a warrior race and they continue to grow indefinitely. That one's probably gonna eventually surpass the one that was killed off by Frieza. So major differences. Anyways, it's kind of rambly, but again, I don't really do these too often on my channel. If you'd like to see me talk more about Dragon Ball Super on this channel, guess let me know, and also let me know what your thoughts are on this particular discussion. This is just my opinion. What are your opinions? Did it change your mind? Did it not change your mind? It might still be annoying. Again, they could be poorly written at times, but that doesn't mean they don't make sense, if that makes sense. Sometimes poor writing makes sense, but it's stupid. Anyways, that's it for me. My name is Dean. I'm known as SeeReax on YouTube. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, share this all over the place to, I guess clear people's minds if it helps at all. Again, a lot of this is a little bit of headcanon, but not out of the realm of possibility. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Wabba. With that, I just have 2 more words to say.